माता जी।
Hare Krishna. Okay, so let us start with the prayers. Yes, Anika, start the first one.
ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य नानाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं शापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदन्तिकम्।
Very nice. Yes, Dhruvika. Dhruvika.
माता जी मैं can I?
Yeah, keep saying.
स्वागतं सहगणरघुनाथांश्च
साधवेदं
परिजन
सहितं
कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगणरघुनाथ श्री
Nice. Tanvi.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णाभीष्टाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनित्य नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य
Very nice. Yes, Ayushi. Adel, come to you. Ayushi. First one. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Yes, Samiksha, the next one.
नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णाय प्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नमने गौराविसे नमः।
Very nice. Akanksha, next one.
पंकतत्त्वमकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तवतरं भक्तक्यं नमामि भक्तसात्विकम्।
Very nice. Yes, Sanvi, first one.
हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते।
Namish.
जयत्नं सुरतरपंगोर्मम मंदरमतिगति कस्य पदं भोजौ राधा मदन मोहनम।
Very nice.
भैया
Yes, Adya.
दिव्य वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमद श्रीमरत्नागर सिंहासनास्त श्रीमद राधा शील गोविंद देव प्रस्थाली भी सेवा मनौ स्वरामी।
Very nice. Shreyanshi, first one. Fast, fast, come on.
श्रीमान श्रीमान रासन रासा
Rasarambi.
रसारंभि वामसी बता तथा सती
Itaha.
सहिता करसन वेणु सवानी
Manirgopi.
गोपे गो
Gopinathaya.
श्रेयस तू ना
Naha. Very nice. Yes, Shubhashri.
कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिं।
Very nice. Ashmit.
जय श्री कृष्ण गद्रभ्याय ध्यानस्य श्री अद्वैत गदार श्रीवास गौर भक्ता वृंदा।
Very nice. Rohan.
हरे
Rohan.
कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
Very nice. Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maya ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Okay. So good. Very nice. So today we are going to learn about Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So Srimad Bhagavatam, how does this start? What is the history of Srimad Bhagavatam? Who spoke Srimad Bhagavatam? Why was it spoken? How did this Srimad Bhagavatam come into picture? This was told by whom to whom? And how is it applicable to us? Why is it applicable to us? All and many, many things. we are going to learn today. Okay. So once upon a time, now everyone on mute. Everyone on mute. So did I start the recording? Okay, yes. So once upon a time, what happened is that there were thousands and thousands of sages who had, assembled in Naimesharanya. Okay. So Naimesharanya is a place wherein, it is a very holy place where all the sages had assembled, and they were doing, tapasya. Yeah, they were chanting the holy name. Yeah. Now, many years they chanted, and then one day, when they got fresh and they took morning bath, and they chanted their rounds and all. There was this Suta Goswami. Suta Goswami was there, who was, the who we didn't chant this shloka. Okay, take it. We'll chant in the end. So this Sutta Goswami, he was, like their guru. Okay. So once this, they asked, they said, Sutta Goswami, we want to discuss few things with you. Yeah. So Sutta Goswami said, because Sutta Goswami was there when he originally heard Bhagavatam. Okay. So the sages of Naimisharanya, thousands of sages, you see, thousands of sages were sitting there. And they had lot of questions in their mind. So, sages of Naimisharanya, they said that Suta Goswami, you are our guru. So, we have some questions in our mind. Will you please answer those questions? So, Suta Goswami said, yes, why not? So then they made Suta Goswami sit on a nice asan. Okay. They offered obeisances to their guru. Yeah. And they sat down very peacefully and calmly. And now they were ready. So Suta Goswami said, you can ask questions and I will answer your questions. Okay. So now let us see what all questions Suta Goswami, all the sages of Naimisharanya, they asked. Okay. Suta Goswami. Now, entire thing, listen very carefully. Yeah? Very, don't get distracted. Listen very carefully. So then
Excuse me,
comes
Mataji.
yeah.
Mataji, can you repeat once again? I can't understand.
So once upon a time, there were all these sages who have assembled in Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya is a place. Okay, they were all doing tapasya. And they were they were all doing tapasya together. One day, they had after finishing their morning duties and everything, they thought that they had many questions in their mind. So they knew that Suta Goswami is their Shiksha Guru, is their Guru. Okay, they decided that they will ask Suta Goswami all the questions that they had, yeah, in their mind, because it is always good to get clarified our questions. So then they decided that let me ask those questions to my guru. So then they offered their obeisances to the guru, and they said, and they offered prayers to the guru. They glorified the guru, and then they sat down. They made a nice asan for the guru. They made guru sit. They made Suta Goswami sit nicely on a proper asan. They sat down, and now the questions, so sages of Naimisharanya are asking. Okay, to Suta Goswami. These are very famous questions, which this uh, sages of Naimisharanya are asking Suta Goswami. They are very famous questions. So listen very carefully. This entire session, please listen very
Okay.
carefully. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So these questions, what are the questions? They asked them 6 questions. Okay. So the sages of Naimisharanya, they asked 6 questions to Suta Goswami. What were these questions? Yeah. So today we are going to discuss this question in not in very detail, but yes, of course, we'll see what questions they're going to ask. What is the ultimate good for all the people in general? And because now sages generally think about, you know, that they say there's so much suffering going on. Yeah, people have so much anxiety, so much stress. People become angry. They fight with each other. Yeah, we fight with our relatives. We fight with our friends. And there is so much greed. There is never whatever we get. People are not happy. Yeah. So then they were thinking that if this just goes on, then how should people handle it? So what is the good? That is ultimate good. Yeah, like our parents give us the best thing, whatever is possible to in that capacity, they will try to do the best thing. So that is why that is how the sages are asking that for the people, because they never think about the people, for the well-being of the people. So they were thinking that what is going to be the best for the people in general, that that will make them really very happy. Yeah. So then Sutta Goswami answers, that to develop love of God, love for Godhead. If if every human being develops love in his heart for Krishna, yeah, for the lordships, then they will be peaceful. Otherwise, they will never be peaceful. That is what he answers. Now listen very carefully. Now you may think, Ari, how will love of Godhead become, make us peaceful? But you have to experience that. So all these things we are going to cover in the 6 months course, okay? So they are saying, first and foremost thing, you should develop love for Krishna. And how will you develop love for Krishna? By hearing about Krishna. Okay? When you hear more about that person, you develop respect for that person. Initially, you develop respect for that person. And when you see all his activities and all, you develop love for that person. Yeah. So that is why it is very, very important that we hear about Krishna so that we will develop love for Krishna. And when we develop love for Krishna, we develop love for everyone around. Then that anger, that greed, yeah, that doesn't come up. Like when you become upset in your home, yeah, your mother still loves you, right? Why? Because she has love in her heart for you, right? Similarly, so your mother will never carry grudges. No, Adya did this to me, so I am going to take it against her. Yeah, or Anika is going to say that this thing happened with my or maybe Anika's mother would say that, oh, this thing happened with my daughter this to me, so I am going to take it against her. No, mother forgets. Mother forgives. Yeah. So mother doesn't carry and mother doesn't take revenge. So similarly, when we develop love for Krishna, then we develop love for every living entity. And that revenge attitude, that greed, that anger, that is not there. And when that is not there, we are very peaceful and we are very happy. Yeah. So that is the magic. Okay. So Krishna says, Sutta Goswami says that the ultimate good for all the people in general is to develop love for Krishna. Acha, okay. So, but we have one more question. So then, yes, please ask. That is what they said. This is the second question. Yeah. What is the essence of all the scriptures? They are saying, Sutta Goswami, there are so many Puranas, there are so many scriptures, there are so many Upanishads and all.
Mataji.
It is not possible. It is not possible to read everything. Yeah. How is it possible to read everything? So and then to understand the meaning and then to study everything and then to take down notes. How is it possible that we understand or this lifetime will not be sufficient for us to know what is the scripture trying to tell us. So there must that time Sutta Goswami answers that the essence of all the scriptures is to develop bhakti within our heart. Yeah, again similar thing that we develop practice bhakti, yeah, and go back home, back to Godhead. Because he says this material world is not the permanent place for us to stay. Our permanent home is back in Goloka. We are just come here on a temporary basis. Yeah. Just to, just because we did some masti, we were sent here. So this is not our permanent home. This is just our temporary home. So the ultimate aim is to go back home, back to Godhead. Yeah. So please practice bhakti yoga. Develop love, within your heart for Krishna. And how will you practice bhakti yoga? By studying scriptures, yeah, by studying Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, yeah, by offering to Krishna, offering bhoga to the Lord. And Krishna says, Patru Pushpam Palam Toyam. Just offer me these three, four things. I'm fine. I'll be happy. Yeah, Krishna says, offer me chappan bhog every time. Offer me, all opulent food made in ghee. Then only I will accept. No, Krishna doesn't say that. He said, just offer me water. Just offer me tulsi leaf. I'm absolutely fine with that. And that is how, you will develop bhakti in our mind. Chanting, very important. Unless we chant these scriptures, we will not understand. Get this in your brain. Yeah. Get this in your brain. We have to chant every day. If we chant, everything will be very easy. All the shlokas will also become very easy. So practice bhakti so that ultimately, otherwise, what will happen? You'll still get stuck here. Yeah. We'll still be angry. We'll still have the jealousy in our mind. We'll continue to, be in this material world. But Krishna says, you don't have to stay here, Baba. I have to take you back. And that is why I am teaching you this Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah. So this is the essence of all the scriptures. Sutta Goswami says that, my representatives have written those scriptures. And ultimate aim of all the scriptures is, the essence is that develop love for Krishna by practicing bhakti and go back home, back to Godhead. Okay, so this is the essence of all the scriptures. I'll take questions in the end. Give me 5-10 minutes. Then what is the purpose of Krishna's appearance? Yeah, why did Krishna appear? Yeah, you saw that Krishna appeared in 400 form, and then he became a small little baby. Yeah, and then so why did Krishna appear as a son of Devaki? So then he says, yeah, yada yada hidalmas, you all know that why Krishna comes. He comes for his devotees, right? So Krishna says, yes, I come to punish all those people who are the wrongdoers. Yeah, but first thing, I don't come for them. I come for my devotees because I love my devotees. Right? All these Krishna kids who are hearing Srimad Bhagavatam so nicely, with full attention. I come, I want to play with them. I want to spend time with them. Yeah, those wrongdoers, I will anyway just punish them. But first thing I come for my devotees. I love to play with them. See, so much masti he is doing. Yeah, he is having nice fun with all the cowherd boys and cowherd girls. Then he steals butter. Do you think Krishna doesn't have butter at home? He has 9 lakh cows. Now 9 lakh cows, how much butter will be there? Just imagine. But why does he do that? Because he wants to have those nice, wonderful pastime with, those motherly gopis. Yeah. And this motherly gopis, they will come to Yashoda Maya and they'll say, you know what? Krishna did this. You know what? Krishna did this. But in their mind, they're enjoying. One day Krishna doesn't go to their home to steal. They feel so bad. Oh my God, they're like waiting for Krishna to come. Oh, today Krishna did not come only. I'm feeling so bad. It's like that. Yeah. So why does Krishna appear? What is the purpose of Krishna's appearance? Krishna's appearance was to spend time with his devotees and punish the miscreants. Yeah, that is why Krishna appeared. Then he says, then the next question he asks, can you describe Krishna's Purusha avatars? Okay, yeah, Purusha avatars. There are 3 Purusha avatars. There are Garbhodayakshi Vishnu, Karnodayakshi Vishnu, and Kshirodayakshi Vishnu. So Krishna, he expands. Krishna, he expands as Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu is Garbhodayakshi Vishnu. And from all his body, all the universes come. We will take this entire creation chapter, okay? We will take 1 or 2 sessions on this creation. So, from this entire his body, all the universes are created. And so that is Karnodayakshi Vishnu. And in all the universes, Garbhodayakshi Vishnu expands as Garbhodayakshi Vishnu. And Garbhodayakshi Vishnu enters in every universe. There are millions and millions of universes, billions and billions of universes. And this Garbhodayakshi Vishnu goes into every universe. Every universe there is one Garbhodayakshi Vishnu. And this Garbhodayakshi Vishnu expands as Kshirodayakshi Vishnu. Yeah. And all this Jiva, so that who is a Kshirodayakshi Vishnu? It is a Paramatma sitting in our heart. Yeah. So all these jivas, like all of us, which is the Krishna sitting in our heart? It is Kshirodayakshi Vishnu. His name is Kshirodayakshi Vishnu. So Krishna sitting in our heart as Paramatma, his name is Kshirodayakshi Vishnu. Just remember these words over a period of time. You will remember it. Don't worry. Yeah. So Krishna says these are Purusha avatars. Okay. The Sutta Goswami says that these are Purusha avatars of Krishna. Acha, so these are Purusha avatars of Krishna. So then he says, then what are Leela avatar? Can you explain us what are Leela avatars of Krishna? Then Sutta Goswami says, yes, why not? I will explain you Leela avatar also. So all the Dasha avatars, if you see, yeah, Narsimha Dev, Varaha Dev, Vaman Dev, yeah, Parshuram, Ram, Kalki, Matsya avatar, Buddha avatar, yeah, Kurma avatar, all these Dasha avatars, yeah. These are Leela avatars, yeah. The Leela avatars, that means that they'll come to perform some Leela. Yeah. So in Matsya avatar, so Krishna comes at his own will. Yeah, Krishna comes whenever he wants to come. Okay. And in whatever form he wants to come, he will come. Yeah. Like he wanted to come as a form of a fish, he came in form of a fish, Matsya avatar. Yeah. He wanted to come in form of a pig. Yeah, boar. He came as Varaha avatar. He wanted to come as a small Brahmana boy. So he came as Vaman avatar. He wanted to come as half lion and half man. He came as avatar. Yeah. So he comes as different avatars. Yeah? He wanted to come as a warrior. So he came as Parshuram. He wanted to come as what? Tortoise, Kurma avatar. Yeah. So different Ram avatar, then Buddha avatar, like that. And then he comes as an original form, which is Krishna. Yeah. So, so, so Sutta Goswami says that Krishna is the source. Krishna is the source. Keshav,
Mataji,
please be on mute. Everyone be on mute. I'll take your questions in the end. Huh? After 10 minutes, I'll take your questions. Okay. I'll take everyone's questions and I will ensure that everyone is satisfied, with the answer. Okay. So Krishna, so Sutta Goswami says that all these incarnations that you see, Krishna is the source of all the incarnations. Yeah. So then this sages of Naimisharanya, they ask, so there are only the Dasha avatars. There Krishna doesn't come in any other form. No, Krishna has unlimited forms. Like we have, they say that, like we drop in the ocean, how many drops will be there? Can we count? We can't count, right? So he says that Krishna has that innumerable forms. We do not know all those forms, or maybe those forms are not mentioned, but Krishna comes. Krishna comes and his forms are innumerable. Innumerable forms are there of Krishna. Okay. So that is Leela Avatar. So we saw Purush Avatar. Yeah. So remember all these questions I'm going to ask in the chat box. Okay. So remember,
Mataji,
I will quickly
Mataji,
take you through this and remember. Sorry.
Mataji,
Yeah.
Mataji, Krishna's Kalki avatar will come in future, or
Yes, it will come. It will come in future. So Kalki Avatar will come. Still 5 lakh years are there. So only 5,000 years have elapsed. So 4 lakh, after 4 lakh 95,000 years, Kalki Avatar will be there. Okay. So
Krishna will fight from Kali. Uh,
Krishna will come in form of Kali. Kali Yuga is going on. He'll come as Kalki.
yeah.
Okay. So what is the ultimate goal? Good for all the people in general. Okay. Next question he asks, what is the essence of all the scriptures? Then what is the purpose of Krishna's appearance as the son of Devaki? Yeah. Then he says, then the other question asks, can you describe Krishna's Purush avatars? Purush avatar is what? Shirodayakshi Vishnu, Karunodayakshi Vishnu, and Garbhodayakshi Vishnu. Yeah, these are Purush avatars. What are Leela avatars? What are Leela avatar? What happened? Oh, 1 second. Yeah. What are Leela avatars? Whatever Leela he does, yeah, those are Leela avatars of Krishna. Okay. And so then this is the last question, so 6 questions Sutta Goswami asked. Then he says that now, Krishna came here for a while in this material world. And then Krishna, after some time, he went back. Okay, so he disappeared. Krishna doesn't die. Remember this, Krishna doesn't die. Krishna doesn't take birth. Krishna appears as per his own will, and Krishna will appear. Whatever form he wants to take, he will take that form. And Krishna will come whenever he wants to come. Okay. So now Krishna has left the world. Yeah. So what will happen to dharma? Who will, what will happen to, people doing right things? Who will guide them? Yeah. What will happen when after Krishna disappears? Then Sutta Goswami replies that Krishna, after his disappearance, dharma will be established in Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So people just they read Srimad Bhagavatam and they will go back home, back to Godhead. Just they follow the instructions in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, they will go back home, back to Godhead. So Srimad Bhagavatam is such a powerful scripture that you need not read any Puranas. You need not read anything, any Upanishad or anything. Krishna is, I am not saying anything. I am just telling whatever is there in the scriptures. Yeah, I am just a repeater. Whatever is there in the scriptures, I am telling that. This is nothing what I am telling on my own. So here, Sutta Goswami mentions that whoever reads the Srimad Bhagavatam, will get the benefit of going back home, back to Godhead. So now after this, acha Bhagavatam. So when they hear this word Bhagavatam, when they hear this word Srimad Bhagavatam, now they all want to know the story of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yeah, they ask that how did this Bhagavatam come into picture? Yeah, who wrote Srimad Bhagavatam? Yeah, so how did this Bhagavatam manifest? Yeah, what triggered this Bhagavatam to come in? So again, they were asking all these questions. Okay, So then they asked, further questions asked by sages. What is the history of Srimad Bhagavatam? Who wrote Srimad Bhagavatam? And why was Srimad Bhagavatam written? Yeah, they started asking this because when they heard Srimad Bhagavatam, then said, "Oh, arey wow, let us understand this also." Yeah. So then then this thing of Vyasadeva starts. Okay. So then once Vyasadeva, who is a disciple of Narad Muni, once Vyasadeva was meditating, and he was Vyasadeva. Hold on. So when Vyasadeva was thinking, he was meditating. Now Vyasadeva can see past, present, and future. Yeah, all the three Vyasadeva can see. He's a very exalted sage. So now when Vyasadeva is again incarnation of Krishna. So when Vyasadeva was, thinking like this, that, he was, trying to see what is going to happen in future, Vyasadeva saw that, in coming future, things are going to be like really bad. Things are going to be really very bad. People are going to fight amongst themselves. There will be jealousy. There will be, greed. Yeah, people will be doing all wrong things. Yeah. So then so they saw this. They said, "Oh my God, if this is going to be the case, there will be so much, everyone will be so unhappy and so sad. Because if you have greed in our mind, we will never be sad. We will never be happy. If we have jealousy in our mind, so much also, whatever we have. Yeah, say there's a big king. Yeah, king has a big, vast, his kingdom. But if he has jealousy in his mind, he will never be happy. Even if he has a vast kingdom, even he has a wonderful family, with wonderful children, wonderful wife, wonderful parents. But if you have jealousy, greed in our mind, we will never be happy. So now, Vyasadeva was thinking that, all these things are, if, the material world is going to have all these things, then, there has to be something, which will, which, something good for people, something which they can refer to. So he said all the symptoms are the symptoms of Kali Yuga. Because Kali Yuga, right, people will never be truthful. People will never be truthful. People will be dishonest. People will be cheating each other, right? We see people are dishonest. We see people cheating each other. We see people being greedy. We see people talking lies. Yeah. This was not there in Satyuga. In Satyuga, people were not talking lies. In Satyuga, people were very honest. They never used to cheat. But now in Kali Yuga, we are seeing all this. Yeah, people are so bad. Yeah, so these are then he realized, yes, these are symptoms of Kali Yuga. And people are just fighting with each other. Why? I want to enjoy. I am the enjoyer. Yeah, greed. I want to be the in power. Yeah, people have no faith in God. Even if you are attending Srimad Bhagavatam class, Bhagavad Gita class, they will say, "Are, is this the age to attend? Study Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam?" Yeah, they will all, because they themselves don't have faith in God. They don't understand. Wherever there is Krishna, yeah, yatra yogeshwara Krishna, yatra partho dhanurdhara, tatra kshira vijayo bhuti, dhruva nitirmati mama. Wherever there is Krishna, and wherever there is devotee like all of you, yeah, there will always be happiness, there will be victory, there will be opulence, richness, yeah, everything will be there. All auspicious things will be there if Krishna is there. But people don't have faith in God. So that is why they are unhappy. Yeah. Yeah, and bad behavior, this bad behavior only will become worse and worse every day. Yeah. So then Vyasadeva was thinking that I have to do something about this. Otherwise, it is really going to be, difficult for the people. Yeah. And what will be the results of all this? The results of all this will be that, there will be depression. People would want to commit suicide. Yeah. There will be a lot of divorces. Yeah. Tolerance will reduce. They will scream, they will shout, they will always be upset. Yeah, we see people around us doing this. We see people around us being depressed and all, right? We see people around us being stressed about so many things. Yeah. But if we bring Krishna in our life, even if difficulties are there, we will not feel those difficulties as difficulties. Okay? So then Vyasadeva decided, I should write some scriptures. So he wrote 4 Vedas. Yeah, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, and Sam Veda. Okay, so he wrote those 4 Vedas, and then he appointed 4 teachers to teach these Vedas. Okay, so depending upon whoever would like that particular his thing, they can study those Vedas, and they were teacher appointed for studying those Vedas. So then, and then he also wrote Mahabharata. Yeah, fifth Veda was Mahabharata. To understand all the Vedas in story form. Yeah. So then he wrote all this. Now, after writing also all this, he was not very happy. Yeah, he was not very happy. He was thinking that, yeah, I have written all this, but I'm still feeling unhappy. Yeah, I did everything properly. Yeah, everything. I worshipped the Vedas, everything. I did everything. I followed the entire process, but still I am unhappy. I'm not feeling satisfied.
माताजी
I worship my spiritual master. Yeah, I worship my spiritual master, but everything I followed. Hold on, beta. I performed the sacrifice with strict discipline. Yeah, and I am also coming in discipline succession, Guru Parampara. I am coming in that also. But still, why I am not happy? Why I am not? We do something, then we really feel satisfied, right? Yes, I did it. Yeah, we feel very satisfied from inside. And then we did something for everyone. Yeah. So then we feel very satisfied. But somehow he was not feeling satisfied. Then, he requested, and that time Narad Muni came to him. And Narad Muni asked him, Narad Muni actually congratulated him. Okay, Narad Muni congratulated him, saying that it's very nice that you've written Vedas. Yeah, you've written Vedas and all the religious scriptures. Yeah, showing people how to become happy and merge in Krishna's light. Yeah, and you've revealed everyone what all to do so that you can merge in Krishna. Yeah. So then but he said, I'm not feeling happy. So then Narad Muni told him what all things went wrong there. Yeah. First thing which Vyasadeva did wrong was he told him that you perform all these rituals. Yeah. You perform this puja, you perform that puja, you do this, you do that, so that you will get all the opulence. Yeah, you will get all the richness. He never connected anything with Krishna. So he did all the karma kanda. He told all the karma kanda rituals, but never connected anything with Krishna. He said, you should do this so that your business will be good. You do this so that your family will be happy. You do this so whatever your bad karma, you will not get effect of bad karma. You do this so the shani ka iska uska iska influence hai, that will also go away. So he told all this. He told all the karma kanda activities, but Krishna was not there. Krishna was not there. Then further what he did is, he said, okay, now you do this. Now you meditate on God and then you will merge in God. Yeah. You will merge in God. Merge in God means what? You will merge in the light. Yeah. You will merge in God. So he said, Krishna is light. Okay. So like diya, yeah, like a bulb, Krishna is light. You meditate on the light and you will get merged in the God. Okay. So that was another biggest mistake which Vyasadeva did, because Krishna is not light. Yeah. We saw many pastimes, right? When Krishna comes his original form. Yeah. We saw that, he plays with his cowherd boys and friends. He spends time with his gopis, he spends time with his devotees. Yeah. So looking at this, definitely we know Krishna is not light. Yeah. Krishna wants to be loved, and Krishna wants us to love him. Yeah. So we should love Krishna, and Krishna also would love him. So that is a loving relationship that we have with Krishna, right? And loving relationship cannot happen with light. Yeah, I'll tell you that this is the light. Now we love him. Yeah. Every day love him. Love him so much that you become merged. You don't get merged in. Cannot happen. Krishna is person like all of us. Yeah, but he is a super powerful person. He likes to be loved, and he likes to love all of us. He likes to hug us. He likes to play with us. He likes to do all the masti with us. Yeah. So understand, Krishna is a person. So this is the biggest mistake that you did. You never developed love for anyone in the you wrote so long Vedas, but you never told them that you have to love Krishna. You never told them that Krishna is our eternal Father and you have to love Him. All these facilities have been provided to us by Krishna through various demigods, yeah, Vayudev, Suryadev, Chandradev. But you never established that connection between us and Krishna. So you're never going to be happy. So then Vyasadeva meditated again. Okay. And so he said, okay, I understood that what I went wrong. I will meditate again and then I will write. So then Vyasadeva, again he meditated, okay? He meditated for a long time. And in his meditation, then Krishna gave him darshan. Okay? Krishna gave him darshan. And behind Krishna, what did he see? Behind Krishna was Maya Devi. Okay? So Maya Devi was like, humble servant. Yeah, standing behind Krishna. Now, because she was behind Krishna, she was standing like this. But when Krishna is out there, Maya Devi is like this. Okay, you're doing this, I'm going to do this. You're going, I'm going to punish you. Like that. So Maya Devi is like that. Okay. But because she was behind Krishna, she was, humbly standing. Okay. So Krishna was there, behind and Maya Devi was there. Behind Maya Devi, he could see that there are all jivas like all of us, yeah, who are suffering in this material world. Someone is suffering because bad health, someone because no money, someone because health issues, whatever. Yeah. So they could see all the jivas suffering behind this. And then behind that, he could see that these all suffering souls can be saved by bhakti yoga. Okay. So he saw everything. Yeah, he saw that Krishna is supreme. He saw that he saw that Maya Devi is under the control of Krishna. And whereas Krishna is not there, Maya Devi is very strong. He saw that all the souls are suffering. And behind that, he also was given a solution that all the suffering souls can be elevated to the spiritual world only
Mataji,
by bhakti yoga. Okay.
Mataji.
Come to, I'll give you time to speak. Everyone, I'll give time to speak. Okay. So all these elevated souls, if everyone loves Krishna, if everyone practices bhakti, they will all get a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. Okay. So then Vyasadeva, he writes Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So when Krishna reveals, when Krishna gives him, empowers him, then Vyasadeva, writes Srimad Bhagavatam. So that time Narad Muni also tells his story. He says that what I was also given a was I was also given a pain, yeah, sharp. Yeah, I was also punished for my wrongdoings. I was a Gandharva. I was also punished and I was sent to this material world as a son of a maid servant. And that point in time, I happened to meet Bhakti Vedantas. Okay, so he became a son of a maid servant, and then eventually, he happened to meet the saints and saintly people there. Yeah, they had come to the school during the Chaturmas. Chaturmas people don't go out. Yeah, so saints and all the sages they stay at one place only. So then I happened to meet them. And every day my mother used to serve and I also used to serve them. Yeah. And every day I used to spend a lot of time with them. Yeah. So they used to tell the stories of Krishna. They used to discuss, all the pastimes of Krishna. They used to discuss all the pastimes of all the devotees of Krishna. They also discuss all the discussions between Maitreya and Vidur, Parikshit Maharaj and Sukhdev Goswami, and so like that they used to discuss so many things, and I used to very carefully listen every day. So he was not like an ordinary boy who used to like play, who used to like to play and go out and play, or maybe spend time on the mobile or TV, just wasting time seeing video games or playing video games or watching YouTube shorts or Instagram shorts. He was not like that. Yeah, so he spent all his time, serving the Bhakti Vedantas. Okay. Why are you putting so many things in the chat box? Please don't put this, otherwise I will have to disable the chat. One second, let me disable the chat because you all will not listen, even if I tell you. Okay, so he spent time discussing with the Bhaktivedanta, hearing. They were discussing, he was hearing. Yeah. So then very carefully, very religiously, faithfully, with respectfully, he listened. Yeah. He listened to all with enthusiasm, with good, full faith, with proper respect. Yeah. He heard the Bhakti Vedantas. And because he did with all this more, eventually he gained a lot of knowledge. And afterwards, when Bhakti Vedantas left, what happened is his mother was bitten by a snake. When his mother was bitten by a snake, there was no one in this world with him because the Bhakti Vedantas had left. His mother was bitten by a snake, so his mother died, and there was no one in the world with him. Yeah. So then what happened? He didn't cry like all of us. Yeah. Or he didn't say, "Oh no, I will also give up my life. What is there for me to live? There is no one for me." He remembered the instructions of Bhakti Vedantas. Yeah. And then he followed all his instructions. And then one day he sat under the banyan tree to meditate. And that point in time, Krishna appeared in his heart. Krishna appears in his heart, and Krishna gave him darshan. And Krishna says, I will give you darshan only once. Yeah. And then after that, you practice bhakti nicely, because now your bhakti is so little. Your bhakti is very little. So you increase your bhakti. When you increase your bhakti, then, after leaving your body, you will come back home, back to Godhead. So every day he meditated very nicely. He went to all the holy places, and then eventually he met death. Yeah. So he left his body. He got a spiritual body, and he is holding a veena, singing the glories of Krishna. So so Narad Muni was telling that, because I did bhakti, because I heard about the stories of Krishna, because I heard, entire pastimes of Krishna, because I heard
Mataji,
about the devotees of Krishna, yeah, because I heard all these things, that is the reason why, I developed love in my heart for Krishna, and that is the reason why,
Mataji,
I got a chance to go back home, back to Godhead. Okay. So now there are many things further to discuss, but 3 minutes we will take for questions. Okay. Yes.
Mataji,
Yeah.
can you say a little bit louder?
I am very loud. Everyone is not able to listen.
Mataji,
Can
Yeah.
listen. We can.
Mataji, what is the meaning of scriptures?
Scriptures is all these holy books. Yeah. All these holy books, Puranas. ग्रंथ होते हैं ना, ग्रंथ
Yeah.
अलग अलग ग्रंथ होते हैं. शिव पुराण होता है, दुर्गा दुर्गा का कुछ होता है, वो मुझे पता नहीं,
Ma'am,
वो तो
like this.
लेकिन
Ma'am,
Shri
like
Durga.
Sundarkand, Lankakand, like this also.
हाँ हाँ हाँ, वैसा वो सारे स्क्रिप्चर्स है. यस.
Mataji,
हाँ. यस तन्वी.
ma'am, why does Narad Muni always have Veena in his hand?
Because Veena was gifted to him by Krishna. This Veena was gifted to him because when Narad Muni went to the spiritual world, Krishna asked him, what do you want to do? So then Narad Muni said, I just want to sing your glories. I don't want to do anything. So just keep me at your lotus feet. So he said, okay, you take this Veena and you sing the glories across the globe, everywhere in all the universes, so that everyone becomes Krishna conscious and they come back to Godhead. Okay? Yes?
Mataji, can you repeat? Can you show the slide of 4 Vedas?
4 Vedas. Okay. Here is it 4 Vedas? Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any other? Yes, Palvi?
Mataji, Vyasdev was the incarnation of Krishna. Then why still he taught people that Krishna is light? And
Yeah. So Krishna also puts everyone in bewilderment. So Vyasadeva is Jiva he's a Shakti-avesh avatar of Krishna. Wherein that Jiva has been empowered to write something. Yeah, so he was given to write, this Srimad Bhagavatam. So Vyasadeva was also put in illusion. So that, so this entire thing would not have happened. This thing would have never come to discussion. Right? Because people otherwise would have believed, right? There are many Mayavadis and all, they believe that Krishna is light. So to emphasize this point and to bring up this point for discussion, all this thing happened. Otherwise, we would have never discussed. Because Srimad Bhagavatam mein to batate hi nahi the कि Vyasadeva did this. So to emphasize this point, this, he was put into illusion. Okay? Okay. Any other question? Yeah.
Mataji, what is RSR?
Rishi. Rishi.
Okay.
Paila Rishi. Okay. Any other question?
No, Mataji.
Okay. Shall we move ahead? Okay. Good. Very nice. Okay. So let's move ahead. Okay. Now these sages have further questions. Okay. So first they ask, what is Bhagavatam? Who wrote Bhagavatam? Why was Bhagavatam written and all? Now these sages, sages of Naimisharanya, they wanted to know about, can you tell us about Sukadeva Goswami? Yeah, because Bhagavatam, it is like, Sukadev. When we hear Bhagavatam, word Bhagavatam, it is what? It is Sukadev Goswami telling to Parikshit Maharaj. Yeah, that is very clear. Everyone knows this. The Bhagavatam, this word is said, and that picture stands in our mind. Sukadev Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj. So then they wanted to know what Sukadev Goswami. Who is this Sukadev Goswami? Yeah. What did he learn about Bhagavatam? When did he learn about Bhagavatam? How did he learn about Bhagavatam? Yeah. They were very curious to know about Sukadev Goswami. Because Sukadev Goswami, so when Sukadev Goswami told the Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, in that assembly of the sages and Parikshit Maharaj, Vyasadev, Suta Goswami was also sitting. Okay. So Suta Goswami did not hear. This is very confusing for you, but this is okay, even if you don't remember. But Suta Goswami was sitting in the assembly of Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadev Goswami. That time he heard Bhagavatam. Yeah, and because he heard that time Bhagavatam, the sages wanted to know, Suta Goswami knows Bhagavatam, so we also want to know about Bhagavatam. But now they wanted to know about Sukadev Goswami. Now Sukadev Goswami is Guru of Suta Goswami. Okay, so he wanted to know about Sukadev Goswami. Then the Sukadev Goswami, basically, when Sukadev Goswami was about to take birth, yeah, from his mother's womb, Sukadev Goswami was just not ready to come out of his mother's womb. He said, no, 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 I don't want to come out of my mother's womb. I was very happy. I'm very happy here. If I come out, I will just get distracted to all this Maya, and I will forget, that I wanted to be a liberated soul. Okay. He wanted to be liberated soul. He did not want to get into Maya. So now, he's 16 years. 16 years, this Sukadev Goswami was sitting in his mother's womb. Then Krishna himself had to come and tell him, Baba, now please come out. I'm assuring you, you will not get stuck in Maya. Please come out. Then Sukadev Goswami agreed, okay, I'll come out. As soon as Sukadev Goswami came out of his mother's womb, he did not look right, he did not look left, he did not see what his parents were, who were his parents. He straight started walking out of the house. Okay, straight out, ekdam out of the house. When he started walking out of the house, he started walking into the jungle. And Vyasadeva was calling him, Sukadev, wait, why are you going? Wait. But he was just fully focused. He started walking out. There were two ladies, there were two ladies who were taking bath in a pond, in a lake. And then this and Sukadev Goswami, he was not wearing any cloth, not even a small tinge of cloth he was wearing on his body. He was a piece of cloth, nothing on his body. He just started walking. So completely naked. So then, now these girls were, all young girls were taking bath in that lake. And now they saw Sukadev Goswami. Sukadev Goswami did not even look at them. Yeah, he just walked away and stayed. Yeah, and when Vyasadeva came, they immediately covered their bodies, okay? And Vyasadeva got very shocked and surprised. Why my child, who is like young 16-year-old child, when he is passing through you, you're not even bothered, to cover yourself. And when I am walking, you're like covering yourself. I am like old man. Yeah. So then they said that the Sukadev Goswami's eyes, they doesn't have any, they will not judge, or he's like, completely liberated soul. So that is how, he wanted to, Bhagavatam also wanted to glorify Sukadev Goswami, that how he is like, really a completely saintly person. Now, Sukadev Goswami was an impersonalist in the sense that he never believed in Krishna, or he never believed in the beautiful form of Krishna. When he went to the forest, he heard few woodcutters singing beautiful songs of Krishna. Yeah, he heard that that this little boy, how he came into this world, and how he became son of Vasudeva and Devaki, and how he killed Putana, and how he was playing with all the gopas, and how he was stealing butter, and how he killed Shaktasur, and how he killed Arishtasur, and how he killed Kamsa, and how loving relationships he had with all the gopas and gopis. Yeah. So then Sukadev Goswami started wondering, who is this person they are talking about? He seems to be a very powerful person. Who are they talking about? So then these woodcutters, they said that, see, we don't know much about this person, but we love this person. Whoever this person is, he is God. We love this person. So then Sukadev Goswami says that I want to know more about this person. Yeah, who can tell me more about this person? So he said there is one, very saintly person. sitting, staying there, a little far away. His name is Vyasadev. He can tell you about this. I said, oh, Vyasadev. Immediately he takes a U-turn and he goes straight to Vyasadev. Okay. And then Vyasadev, first time Vyasadev narrates entire Bhagavatam, like more than 18,000 shlokas. Yeah. More than 18,000 shlokas. He just told, beautifully Vyasadev was narrating and Sukadev Goswami was hearing. Yeah. So beautiful shlokas, beautiful pastimes of the Lord. Sukadev Goswami heard from Vyasadev. Yeah. Now, so this is how, when the sages ask that who is this Sukadev Goswami? How did he learn Bhagavatam? So this is how, he was. So this Sukadev Goswami was very handsome, very, very, had a very beautiful body. And he was like 16-year-old. His eyes were beautifully wide and his nose and ears highly raised, very attractive face. Yeah. So his face was like, his neck was like conch shell and all, very beautifully, he was very handsome. Yeah. So this was about Sukadev Goswami. Now the sages asked further that, can you tell us about Parikshit Maharaj? Because when we always hear about Sukadev Goswami, we hear about Parikshit Maharaj telling Sukadev Goswami telling Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj. So can you tell us about this Parikshit Maharaj? Who is this Parikshit Maharaj? So then he tells about Parikshit Maharaj also. So he tells about, the story of Parikshit Maharaj, that once, when this entire Mahabharat, okay, the entire war, Kurukshetra war was over, Duryodhana was very sad that this, that he lost the kingdom, everything. He was very sad. That time, what does this Ashwathama do? His son of Dronacharya. In the night, in the middle of the night, he kills all the Pandavas. Okay, but he kills sons of all the Pandavas. And when he kills the sons of the Pandavas, and when this news reached Duryodhana, he realizes, oh, what is this? You should not have done this. In sleep, you are killing all the sons of the Pandavas. What have you done? And then now Arjuna, when he comes to know that, this is Ashwathama, he has killed all my sons, he gets really very angry. Yeah. And now in that anger, see, Krishna was always there with Pandavas. And Pandavas always used to take guidance from Krishna for anything. And now in that anger, Arjuna, he came to Krishna. And, he came to Krishna and he offered a lot of prayers to Krishna. So in Bhagavatam, this is the, and he says, now Krishna, that time he was a charioteer of Arjuna. So that time is the entry of Krishna in Bhagavatam, right? So Krishna is a hero of Bhagavatam. Yeah. And otherwise in all the movies and all that we see, hero will come like, totally, in a different, complete, different mood and, he will completely set the scene and all. Here, Krishna, first time he shows his entry in Srimad Bhagavatam. And what is he coming as? He's coming as a driver of Arjuna. Okay. So he is coming as driver of Arjuna. So this is the first time, Krishna is introduced in Bhagavatam. So, at that time, Arjuna says, come on, Krishna, we have to go, to search Ashwathama. And Krishna says, yes, of course we'll go. And Krishna follows the orders of Arjuna. And then they ride. Yeah. So this is the entry of Krishna in Bhagavatam. So this is how, the story of Bhagavatam goes ahead. And then, Krishna advises him to shoot Brahmastra to Ashwathama and all that. So all this story, long story, we will not cover that here now. We'll cover it a little later. But eventually what happens is that this Ashwathama, he, because Ashwathama, whether to kill Ashwathama or not, that was a debate going on. And then Draupadi said, no, if he has killed our sons, I don't want to kill son of Dronacharya. He's also like my son, so leave him. So he leaves Ashwathama. And that time this Ashwathama is so cruel, so cruel. He shots Brahmastra at Abhimanyu's wife. Now Abhimanyu is son of Arjuna. And Abhimanyu's wife that time was pregnant with Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, so she was pregnant with Parikshit Maharaj. And that point in time, she, and this Parikshit Maharaj was the only child, only heir who was, otherwise all the sons of Pandavas were dead. Yeah.
Right.
After Pandavas, this Parikshit Maharaj was the only child who was to come out or who could take over the kingdom. And Ashwathama that time shot an arrow at Uttara. No, Uttara came running to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, please save me. Krishna, please save me. And Krishna is saying, what happened? Why are you all your husbands are dead. Everything is dead. Now you also want to give. What are you saying? Why to save you and all? So she's saying, no, I'm not telling to save me. I'm telling to save my child in the womb. So then, Krishna realizes, actually Krishna knows everything, but only again, part of the pastime. Krishna says, oh, acha, then Krishna immediately is sitting there. Okay, Krishna is sitting there. But Krishna at the same time expands and goes into the womb of Uttara. He goes into the womb of Uttara and Parikshit Maharaj, at the first time, Parikshit Maharaj has darshan of Krishna. He is like ulta, okay? Head down, body up, and he says Krishna. I have not put that picture, and he says Krishna there. So Parikshit Maharaj was a person who saw Krishna that time. So this Parikshit Maharaj, and he saved Parikshit Maharaj. Okay, Krishna saved Parikshit Maharaj. And after that, Krishna left the material world, and he went. After that, Parikshit Maharaj, because he had seen Krishna, so he wanted to, after coming out, he wanted to see that person who has saved my life. Yeah. So every person he was thinking, does this person look like Krishna? No, no, no. This person doesn't look like Krishna. Does this person look like Krishna? So every person he was looking, he was thinking, no, whether this person, he's like searching for Krishna. Okay. So in his mind, that there was always love for Krishna in his mind. And that is why his name was given as Parikshit. Yeah. Uh, who wants to who wants to find about Krishna. Okay, so this Parikshit Maharaj was ruling the world. He was very pious king. Yeah. Then later on, we will cover that piece, how Kali Yuga enters into Parikshit Maharaj kingdom. That we will cover a little later. Yeah, in our subsequent sessions we'll cover that. But once what happened is that when Parikshit Maharaj once he had gone for hunting, and he was very tired, very thirsty. So he came to this sage's place and he asked for water. This sage was into deep into his meditation. So sage did not realize that Parikshit Maharaj had come. And when this sage saw that, when Parikshit Maharaj realized that sage is not paying attention, he got really very angry. And he said that, he took the snake and he put a dead snake, around the neck of this sage, and he went away. When the son of this sage, he realized that, oh, this Parikshit Maharaj had done this to my father, he cursed Parikshit Maharaj that he will die in 7 days. Now, when his son came back to home and he told, the Parikshit Maharaj did this to you, I have cursed him. Now the sage became really very angry on his son that we should never counter curse his Parikshit Maharaj. Yeah, he is the king of this entire universe. Now Parikshit Maharaj also got influenced because it was destined to happen this. Because Parikshit Maharaj otherwise would never get angry. Parikshit Maharaj would never do wrong things because he is like, he is one of the most pious king in the entire universe. So he was like that. But somehow, these things were to follow. So then Parikshit Maharaj, when he was supposed to die, yeah, he had only 7 days. He had only 7 days. So he was thinking, now that I have only 7 days to live, what should I do? Yeah, so someone would think, okay, let me wind up my property. Let me, allocate my property to all my children, or let me do this, or I have my desires to eat this and go here. Let me do all that. But Parikshit Maharaj was thinking what to do, what to do, what to do. He called many sages and he asked what to do, what to do, what to do. Yeah, what will be the right thing for me to do? Yeah. Then Sukadev Goswami, he happened to meet Sukadev Goswami. And Sukadev Goswami said that, now that you have 7 days, all these 7 days you hear about Krishna. So that point in time, okay, that point in time, Sukadev Goswami, this is Parikshit Maharaj. See, whenever a disciple, a student is going to learn from his guru, see how humble mood he has, right? Even we saw Narad Muni, how Narad Muni and Vyasadeva was so humbly sitting in front of Narad Muni, yeah. They don't say, I am an incarnation of Krishna. Okay, I know so much. Yeah, they did not say that, yeah. So then 7 days, 7 nights, he was hearing. He did not drink. He did not eat anything. He did not get up. So Parikshit Maharaj, continuously 24 hours. Parikshit Maharaj was asking questions and Sukadev Goswami was answering questions. Now, what were these questions about? Yeah, what was Parikshit Maharaj asking and what was Sukadev Goswami replying? That we are going to see now, okay? So he replied, he was telling about, He was telling about many things. Yeah. How do we go back home, back to Godhead? He was telling about glorification of Krishna. Yeah, who is Krishna? What are his powers? What is his reach? Everything. He was telling about everything about Krishna. He was telling about Bhakti Yoga, how you can develop love for Krishna. Yeah. So he was telling, yeah, how should we practice this all 9 process of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaranam, yeah, Pada Sevanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atma Nivedanam. Like he was, and it is not that he was telling, okay, these are 9 processes of devotional service. Now you learn this. No, Atma Nivedanam. He told him the story of Amandev and Bali Maharaj. Yeah, what is Atma Nivedanam? Complete surrender to Krishna. Yeah, yeah. He told a story of Prithu Maharaj. Yeah, so everything is through stories. So entire Bhagavatam, right? Glories of Krishna told through stories. Bhakti Yoga told through lot of stories of his devotees. 9 process of devotional service, yeah. Um, all the Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Swaram, Dasyam, Sakyam, Archanam, everything he told every story form. Everything, the entire Bhagavatam is told in story form. Okay? Then dialogues and instructions between Maitreya and Vidura. Yeah, Vidura had also had left his kingdom and went back. But there are beautiful, interactions which are going on between Maitreya and Vidura. Wonderful interactions which goes on between Vidura and Dhritarashtra. Wonderful interactions, question and answers happening between Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadev Goswami. Right? So all these discussions and instructions which are happening, all this he told, all these are covered in Bhagavatam. Yeah. The stories of his devotees. Yeah. Stories of his devotees and stories of Prahlad Maharaj. So, Ayushi, can you please ensure you are on mute? Yeah. Stories of Prahlad Maharaj, stories of Dhruv Maharaj, story of Ranti Dev, yeah. Story of Prithu Maharaj. Then so many stories are there. Any number of stories are there of devotees and kings. Yeah, he told all those stories. Yeah, all those stories are covered in Bhagavatam. Then power of association. Yeah. What will happen if you associate with devotees, and what will happen when you don't associate with devotees? Then power of the holy name. How much powerful
Mataji,
is his holy name? Yeah. So he showed that, when Dhruv Maharaj was given the mantra by Narad Muni. Yeah. So Narad Muni gave his mantra to Dhruv Maharaj. So then that time, even Prahlad Maharaj heard the entire Bhagavatam from Narad Muni when he was in the womb of Kayadu. Yeah. So power of holy name. When you chant the holy name, how you can go closer to Krishna.
Amma.
Then Kali Yuga. What is the Kali Yuga dharma? Yeah, Kali Yuga, they don't expect you to perform big sacrifices and perform big yajna. No, they don't tell you to do that. In Kali Yuga, it is very simple. Just chant the holy name. Just chant the holy name and go back home, back to Godhead. Simple. You don't even have to go to Himalayas. Yeah, and this holy name never gets contaminated. Anywhere, anytime, you can chant this holy name and you will get the benefit of it. That is why, we are having this japa session. Every day we tell, you chant, you post your rounds on the group. You will see many children are posting their rounds on the group. Yeah. Chant, 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 chant. Your intelligence also will sharpen if you chant. Your intelligence in the studies will sharpen if you study Srimad Bhagavatam. Trust me, you study Srimad Bhagavatam, your understanding of all this, your physics, chemistry, maths, biology, whatever you're studying, history, geography, everything will become very easy if you study Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. That is my guarantee. Yeah. That is my guarantee. I'm telling you, study Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita very nicely. Your studies, whatever you're spending like hours, will quickly finish it. I've had so many experiences, parents sharing this with me. And even I myself had that experience. Okay. So study nicely, chant regularly. Yeah. Then what all is covered? Yeah. Creation. Creation. How is this entire material world created? It is not that simple. It got created. But there is a lot of complexities through which this gets created. Yeah. How the departments are assigned and who is assigned to do what. Yeah. How did all this 5 factors, yeah, earth, fire, air, ether, they come together, how the universe is formed, yeah, how does Brahma create all these 14 planetary systems, everything, yeah, and who are staying in those different 14 planetary systems, where are the hellish planets, where are the heavenly planets, yeah, So everything, where is Brahma Loka? Where is Shiva Loka? Yeah, where is Vaikuntha? Where is Goloka? What is the speciality of the spiritual planets? What is the speciality of the material planets? Everything gets covered in this Srimad Bhagavatam. So, what our plan is that we are going to, in this 6 months course, we are going to learn the entire Bhagavad Gita through stories of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, because Bhagavatam has n number of stories, and then we are going to see its practical application also. Now, why does this Bhagavatam becomes very important for us? Yeah, Bhagavatam becomes very important for us because it not only helps us to go closer to Krishna, but in our day-to-day lives also, like I mentioned, it sharpens our brain. So the two major benefits of studying Srimad Bhagavatam is, one is we go closer to Krishna. Second is it sharpens our brain. When our brain gets sharpened, we tend to do all our studies very nicely. Yeah, your scores, academic scores will improve significantly. If you study nicely, your academic course, your results in your exams will significantly improve. So it is really very important. Yeah, it's extreme. It's very important that we study Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So
Mataji.
yeah. 1 second.
Mataji,
Mataji.
I will, after 2 minutes, I will give you 3 minutes to ask your question. Okay. So when
Mataji.
Sukadev Goswami, 1 second. So when Sukadev Goswami, it was announced that Sukadev Goswami is going to tell Srimad Bhagavatam to Parikshit Maharaj, is going to tell about Krishna to Parikshit Maharaj. Then lakhs and lakhs of sages came there. Yeah, the lakhs and lakhs of sages came to hear about Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. And then he told Srimad Bhagavatam. And then after 7 days, the snake bird came and Parikshit Maharaj left his body. Okay. So yes, 3 minutes for questions. And then last 5 minutes we'll end the class. Yes.
Mataji.
Mataji,
Yes. 1 second. One after another. One after them.
Mataji.
Yes, Ashmit.
Mataji, what is the meaning of devotees? Like
Devotees,
Krishna.
bhakt.
Oh,
ma'am.
Yes, Dipanshi.
Mataji.
One after
Mataji,
another.
what is the meaning of KC devotion?
Krishna conscious. Case is
Oh,
Krishna conscious. Where did that word come? I don't remember. Okay, case is Krishna consciousness.
Mataji,
Okay, yes, Ahan.
Mataji, I have the Srimad Bhagavad Gita also, Mataji.
You have, no? Very nice. We should all have a copy of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita.
Odia version, Mataji.
Odia?
Yes, Mataji.
Odia, I don't know. I can write only English and the Marathi. Okay, yes, Madhav.
Mataji, I have visited the place where Sukhdev ji told the story to Parikshit ji.
Parikshit Maharaj. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. You should visit all such auspicious places. Those auspicious places have their very high potency. Yeah, so we should visit such places and take blessings. Yeah. Any other question?
Mataji, what
Mataji.
place is that?
Yeah, Ayushi?
Mataji.
What is the place, ma'am?
What is the?
Place.
Yes, Naimisharanya. Okay. Yes, Ashmit.
Mataji. Mataji, what is the difference between spiritual world and material?
We are going to cover that. So spiritual world, there is no concept of time. And in spiritual world, everyone is very happy. But in material world, people take birth, people will die. We have all these hospitals, people become sick. Yeah. In spiritual world, all these things are not there. Yeah, everyone is happy. Everyone is very happy. There is no death. There is no old age. There is no disease. Nothing is there. Everyone is happy. So if Ashmit wants to eat a mango, the trees will give you mango. Any point in time of the year, trees will give you mango. If Ashmit wants to go out and play, you can go out and play. No studies, nothing. All fun. It's like a wonderland.
Oh.
Yes, Adya?
Mataji, like I have, as much I know, in our history, it's taught that in the ancient times there was like the people didn't know what the things to do. They did not know how to like what to study, what not to study. They didn't know about different kinds of plants and animals. But these all things happened before that time. So how did people know how to do the things?
No, everything was known. See, all the sages and were there to teach everything. See, how do you know that you have to put ghee while making, before making any sabji? Who has told your mother the process? Her mother would have told her mother, right? But who is this? Where is this coming from? What to eat, what not to eat? So there were the sages. So Krishna just sent us like this, now take it, now you go and live. There were the sages who were teaching us all this. So Krishna's representatives were already there. Now our books don't tell us the complete thing. This is history, geography, whatever is there, they don't tell us the complete thing. But Krishna just doesn't. See, your mother also, if you have to go and stay in the hospital, your mother will not say, "Okay, now you go and stay." She will ensure that all the arrangements are there, that Adya is protected nicely, Adya is taken care of nicely, Adya is fed nicely, right? So Krishna also, when he sends us to this material world, Krishna ensures that there is sun, there is fire, there is moon who will give us vegetables, right? There is lovely parents Krishna gives us. He gives us food, he gives us grains. So Krishna gives all the us and he gives us intelligence also. Where do you think this intelligence is coming from? Yeah, how to cook, what to cook, when to cook, what to eat, what not to eat. So all intelligence is given to us by Krishna. But our books, they don't tell us the correct picture.
So Mataji, the that early man time was
No, all that time that is not there. Bhagavatam never mentions all that. The Stone Age, and when they were eating in the Stone Age and all that, it was never there. Bhagavatam doesn't mention all this. So these are written by, by USA, and then they publish, and then we accept. Britishers, they wrote something. They said, no, your Bhagavatam is useless. Your Bhagavad Gita is useless. Yeah, don't study that. And they told us everything is mythology. We started believing it. But these are all real stories. That is, this is not mythology. They have ingrained that thing in our mind, and we believe them because of white skin. So we respect white skin. We love white skin. So we got contaminated.
And Mataji, I had another question related to this only. That
Mm.
like the civilizations which were there, these all things also came after the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavatam.
Yes, yes.
So
Civilizations, everything. Yeah, came
that
after
time
this.
it is written in our books that they had to do everything. They made their homes. They made everything
That
by
we
their.
have to know. But who gave them intelligence to make those homes? Who gave them ingredients to make all those? That was
Uh,
provided by the Lord only, no?
yes. But at that time also there were many good huts and all there were palaces before that. So that time also these people could use those things also to like.
Yeah, they could use those things, but maybe they did not want to go out of their community. It was possible. But I'm saying that ingredients
Mataji.
were there, that intelligence was there. Everything was provided by Krishna.
Okay, Mataji.
Yeah. Yes, last
Mata,
question, then we'll finish this and then I'll take other questions. Yes, beta.
Mataji,
Yes. Yes, Harshini.
Mataji, how many wives do Krishna have?
Krishna has 16,108 wives.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mataji,
Krishna is
thank you.
different. Yeah. But Krishna's wives are not like this thing. So Krishna is different. We'll cover that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mataji.
Any other question quickly? No, right? Okay. Very good.
Mataji,
So we will come to
Mataji,
end of our class. Okay, hold on. Yes, sorry.
actually, I was unable to join those Japa sessions and I am new. So, will you tell me how to do job?
Yes, yes. I'll tell you. Just hold on. We'll finish this session and I'll tell you. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So now we come to end of our session now. Yeah. So here you see. Yeah, see how should we acquire knowledge? Yeah, so when we are acquiring knowledge from a guru. So who is our guru? Srila Prabhupada is our guru. Yeah. So you see this Suta Goswami. Yeah, Suta Goswami is sitting here, and all the sages of Naimisharanya are sitting. Yeah, very respectfully they are sitting. Yeah. Here we see Vyasadev telling Parikshit Maharaj the entire Bhagavatam. Yeah, he is listening very humbly. Vyasadev hearing from his guru, spiritual master Narad Muni. Yeah, very humbly. So whenever we hear all the teachings of Srila Prabhupada, so Srila Prabhupada is our guru, and he teaches us. Yeah, we should hear it with faith. You should hear it with full humble mood, yeah, with respect in the scriptures. Yeah. So we'll recite the shloka 4.34 and then we will end the class. Okay. So last shloka, we'll recite this and we'll end the class. Whoever wants to chant can wait. Yeah. And they can chant and then they can leave. Okay. Now repeat after me. Everyone, please repeat after me. You all can be on mute also. And you can repeat while you are on mute. Tadvidhi,
तद्विद्धि तद्विद्धि
tadvidhi.
तद्विद्धि
Acha, please don't say, please don't. One second. Please ensure that you don't repeat any word. If you want to say the entire shloka, you can be on mute and say. But what if you are on mute? Please ensure that you say only what I say. Okay? Pranipatena
प्रणिपातेन
tadvidhi pranipatena
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
परिप्रश्नेन
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 सेवया
सेवया
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
उपदेक्ष्यांति
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति
उपदेक्ष्यांति
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति
ते ज्ञानम्
ते ज्ञानं
ज्ञानिनास् तत्त्वदर्शिनः
ज्ञानं
ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः So here Krishna explains how should you approach a spiritual master. You should approach very submissively. You should inquire from him very submissively because he is the knower of truth. Okay. Now everyone please recite the shloka and then leave the class. Okay. Now I'll call out names who've raised hands. You recite the shloka and then leave the class. Okay. The class is over now. Okay, Adya.
तद्विद्धि परिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदिक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Tanvi.
तद्विधिप्रतिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षान्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः हरे कृष्ण माताजी
Hare Krishna beta. Yes, Shreyanshi.
उपदेक्षान्ति ते जनं ज्ञानं दर्शिनः
Very well, very nice. Yes, Palvi.
माताजी
Hare Krishna beta. Palvi, you've got, yeah.
प्रतिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः
Very nice. Yes, Gauri.
तद्विधि प्रतिपातेन परिश्रेण सेवया उपदेक्षान्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः हरे कृष्ण माताजी दंडवत प्रणाम
Sorry, yes, Dipanshi.
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षान्ति ते ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः हरे कृष्ण माताजी
Hare Krishna beta. Yes, Samiksha and then Akanksha.
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः हरे कृष्ण माताजी
Hare Krishna beta. Acha, whoever has joined as iPhone, can you please rename yourself beta? Otherwise, I will not be able to maintain attendance. So, iPhone, please rename yourself. Yes, Arhit.
तद्विधि परिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
स्यातिना ते जन्मं जनिना जनिस तत्वतदर्शिनः। हरे
वेरी
कृष्णा
नाइस।
माता जी।
हरे कृष्णा बेटा। अथर्व, अथर्व या।
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
वेरी
Mataji, I
नाइस।
have a question.
यस बेटा।
That my question is, who means how was God created and how he was appeared?
God was never created. God was always there. God was
But
never
I was
created. So he appears. He appears in the material world. He appears in whichever universe he wants to go. He appears there. But God was always there. He was never created.
okay,
He was
ma.
always there. We were created.
Yes, ma.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, beta. Yes, Yashika. Yashika. Okay, Sudiksha. Okay, Yashika, you're there. Yeah.
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्ने प्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः।
Very nice. Sudiksha.
तद्विधि परिप्रश्नेन सेवया। हरे कृष्ण माता जी।
Hare
ते
Krishna, beta.
ज्ञानिनः सत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे
Very
कृष्ण
nice.
माता जी।
Hare Krishna, beta. Yes, Ashmit.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपतेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते जनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे
Very
कृष्णा
nice.
माता जी।
Hare Krishna, beta. Yes, Dhruvika. Dhruvika, your mic has some problem. Huh? I can't hear you properly. Every time.
No, she's saying very slowly. That's the only issue with her.
जोर से बोलो
Speak
ध्रुविका।
loudly. Speak loudly.
तद्विधि परिपातेन
प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
परिप्रश्ने सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते
ज्ञान ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्व
ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे
Very
कृष्णा
nice.
माता।
Hare Krishna, beta. Yes, Vardayini and Vidyavasini.
प्रणाम माता जी। प्रणाम। तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रासेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानिनास्य तत्त्वदर्शिनः।
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, yeah. Dandavat Pranamata.
माता जी,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is Purush Avatar?
Purush avatar is basically they are the avatars which are not to be. Matlab, see, Leela, what is Leela avatar? Leela avatar is when Krishna plays with everyone. Krishna spends time with everyone, right? That is Leela avatar. Purush avatar is opposite. In that Purush avatar, Krishna doesn't spend time with anyone. He's come there to create
माता
universes.
जी,
He comes inside universes to maintain the universe. So he doesn't come like a small boy like Krishna. He doesn't come like, form Matsya avatar like he comes, or in a
माता जी,
Vamana.
can I?
1 second, wait. I'm talking now. Then should you speak in between? Okay. Yeah. So that is the Purush avatar is for doing some big activity. Okay. He doesn't come and play. He doesn't come and play with you.
माता जी।
Hari bol beta. Ayushi, 1 second. I will just finish this one by one. I'm coming. Ayushi, just be a little patient. Beta. Yes, Sia.
Ma'am, Mataji, can I repeat after you?
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
परिप्रश्नेन सेवया
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानम्
उपदेश्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं
ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः.
ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे
Very
कृष्ण माता।
nice. Hare Krishna, beta. Yes, Chaitanya.
हरे कृष्ण माताजी। तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः।
Very nice. Rohan.
तद्विद्य परिपातेन प्रश्नेन परिपर्शेन सेवया उत्तरे ते जन्म जश
Yeah.
तत्वदर्शनः।
Very nice. Yes, Shreyanshi. Unmute, unmute.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत
Hare
प्रणाम।
Krishna beta. Shreyanshi unmute, हाँ.
तद्विधि परिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं जनिनास्तत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे
Very
कृष्ण
nice.
माताजी
Hare
can
Krishna beta. Yes, yes.
Mataji,
Yes, Ved, yes.
can I tell?
Yes, yes. What is your name?
Ved Agarwal.
Okay, okay. Yes, yes.
तद्विति प्रणिपातेन प्रणिप्रश्नया सेवया उपदेशन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः।
Very nice. Yes,
Thank
Paki.
you, Mata. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Paki.
तद्विद्यातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्षान्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे कृष्ण माता जी हरि बोल।
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Yes, Madhav.
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः। हरे कृष्ण माता जी हरि बोल।
Beta, Hari Bol. Yes, Ayushi.
तद्विधि प्राणिपेतेन पातेन
तद्विद्धि प्रणिपातेन
परिप्रेषणेन सेवया
उपदेश
उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ये ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तवता तत्त्वधर्शिनि।
दर्शिनः. Very nice. Yes, Ishana. Ishna. Hare Krishna beta.
हरे कृष्ण हरि बोल।
Hari Bol. Yes, Ishna.
परिप्रातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेक्ष्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनस्तत्त्वदर्शिनः।
Very nice. Sohan, you will like to recite?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, please.
Tadviti pranipatena pari paripratnena shivaya upadekshyanti te gnanina tattvadachina.
Hari Bol. Very nice. Very nice. Dandat
Mataji.
pranam. Yes, beta.
I have question about fasting. Okay,
You have question about?
fast. I mean ekadashi. Ekadashi.
Ekadashi. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Um. Tomorrow the timing is 6:41 to I mean somewhere around the time, okay?
Uh-huh.
So that time we'll have to break the part, right?
Yes.
But but I get up at 4:30 and have my breakfast at 5. So so that time it will be breaking the part before the break part.
Don't do that. No, so you carry your breakfast in your tiffin. And on the way in the train you eat, no?
Let me
So
try.
you drink milk and you go. So you have some energy. Okay, whatever you like, you eat the fasting food and you go. And in the train you have a breakfast. But only for one day you have breakfast in the train.
Okay.
You get a place to sit in the train?
माताजी
Yes, yes, I have played with it, yes.
Yeah. Then say have your breakfast in the train.
Okay. Okay,
Hmm?
Mataji. Thank you.
Okay, thank you
Namaste.
very much. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.